week's anime I discovered a few weeks ago, and I immediately put it in the back of my mind because it freaked me out. Now, a short while ago I was perusing the internet when I found that this show actually has quite a following. There's like 50,000 video tributes to it online, which made me think, why the hell is that? This is quite possibly the most disturbing show I've ever watched, and people actually seem to enjoy it. And so, at the risk of getting millions and millions of letters of hate mail, I will now tell you all the reasons why this anime is shit, in the hopes that someone who watches it can call me up and tell me rationally why they enjoy watching this show. Now, before I start reviewing, I want to warn you right now that the reason that this review may not sound as well researched as my last review is that I saw all 24 episodes of Baki the Grappler, whereas this review is based on only one episode I saw of this anime, because I'm not a freaking masochist and I could not inflict that kind of torture on myself twice. Now, this anime is called Hell Girl, and it's about people going to hell. And that's it. Now, there are a lot of problems with Hell Girl, but the main problem is that it's trying to be Death Note. Only while Death Note was wonderfully written, had compelling characters, possessed one of the most creative plots of all anime, and made a burning statement on human morality and psychology, Hell Girl was retarded, all of its characters were annoying as hell, it didn't really seem to have a point, and it was screwed up in every way. I don't know the plot of the show itself, so I'll just tell you the plot of the episode I saw. Now, it started off in the 6th grade classroom, where a bunch of kids finished raising money for some cause. We never really learned what the money was raised for, although I like to think that the teacher had tricked the children into raising the money for him to put hits on their heads with their own money. The teacher gives the money to a girl named Mayuri. I don't know why, since she was just going to give it back to him at the end of the week, but I digress. She leaves it in her folder and goes off to lunch. When she comes back, the money's gone. Big shocker. Trust me, a constant theme of this anime is all but telling us what its next plot twist is, and then being surprised when we're not shocked by it. Well, Mayuri spends about 5 minutes looking for the money when 3 girls show up smiling viciously. Again, not that surprising when it turns out that they're complete bitches. They loan Mayuri the money and in exchange hold it over her head, threatening to tell everyone that she really lost the money if she's not their personal slave. So, they treat her like crap for about 10 minutes, until while running an errand for them, she hears girls talking about some website. Apparently, if you put someone's name into the website will kill that person for you. So, of course, she goes home and puts the bitch's name in the website. Immediately after, she gets a text message on her cell phone. A text message that we have no idea what it said at all. It was not edited, there were no subtitles, they made no attempt to let us know what the text message said. So, the next day she's standing alone at a construction site, because apparently the 3 bitches are her only friends and she has nothing better to do. All of a sudden, she's in the middle of a big, black, creepy meadow, and someone who I can only assume is Hell Girl appears and gives her a doll. She tells Mayuri that if she pulls the ribbon off the doll, she will, quote, kill the 3 bitches and drag their screaming souls into the eternal abyss that is hell, unquote. However, if she does this, then no matter what Mayuri does, she'll go to hell when she dies. At this point, I would throw the doll away, but Mayuri decides to keep it. I guess she thought it looked pretty. Now, that night, the 3 bitches take Mayuri downtown and tell her to go get them some food. As Mayuri walks, she starts crying. Some guy sees this, and he puts his arm around her and asks her what's wrong. She looks at him and just runs off. When she comes back, Leader Bitch shows her cell phone. Leader Bitch took a picture of Stranger with his arm around her, and of course it looks a lot worse in the picture than it did in context. Now Leader Bitch has more dirt on Mayuri, and she's not afraid to use it. So, the next day, Mayuri's walking around, and Leader Bitch calls her from across a crowded room full of people talking, so of course Mayuri doesn't hear her. But Leader Bitch decides to teach her a lesson. So, Mayuri goes to the bathroom. When she gets out, everyone's got the picture on their cell phone, and the principal is going to call Mayuri's mom and tell her what a little whore her daughter is, because apparently that's the principal's business. So, of course, when Mayuri gets home, she pulls the ribbon off the doll, And it's at this point that things get really messed up. This is a spoiler, but trust me, you are not going to want to watch this. Now, even though it's 8 p.m., bitches 1, 2, and 3 are all still at school. Now, leader bitch goes off on her own for some inconsequential reason, and when she gets back, both of her friends' guts are spilled out on the floor. Both get up, but now they don't have faces. Leader bitch runs off screaming and goes to get a teacher. When he turns around, he doesn't have a face either. So, instead of going home, the dumb bitch runs back into the freaking school. All of a sudden, the halls reconvene into a square and turn into blood, muscle, tissue stuff. Then, the gayest anime character of all time phases out of the tissue stuff and starts to tell her, in the most pedophilish way possible, about all the ways that he's going to torture her. She starts screaming, and now she's back in the first teacher's room. Hellgirl appears and says she has a shocking revelation for everyone. We then watch a flashback of Leader Bitch stealing the money. What the crap? That's your big revelation? We figured that out 20 minutes ago at the beginning of the fucking anime. God! 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 Anyway, Hellgirl takes out a sword and, in the most anticlimactic way possible, kills Leader Bitch. All of a sudden, Leader Bitch wakes up and she's tied to the mast of a boat, which Hellgirl is using to ferry her across the river Styx. Hellgirl then throws her into the deepest circle of hell, which she deserved. This was the only moment of this anime I actually enjoyed. It was very soothing to watch this bitch get her comeuppance. Maybe that's the appeal of the show, but if that's the case, I don't see why it couldn't have just been Leader Bitch having the shit beat out of her without all the weird satanic stuff. So, the next day, Mayuri's feeling good about herself. She's hanging with friends that she suddenly has, and all her troubles are over. Anyway, she walks off by herself and sees her reflection in the window. She looks around to make sure no one's around, and she pulls down her shirt to look at her boob. Now, I'm all for fan service, but I don't want to see a 6th grader's boob. Keep that shit on your side of the water, Japan. Anyway, she now has this weird mark on her left boob, and a flashback tells us that it's a mark of her now having to go to hell. So, she smiles and skips off. I have to be completely honest. As I watched this, I had trouble believing it was really anime. The reason I have trouble believing that this is really anime is that this shit was too fucked up for Japan. Let me repeat that for emphasis. It was too fucked up for Japan. It was too fucked up for the nation that gave us Fuda, the Tentacle Demon, and Bobobo. Why the hell would anyone with any semblance of a brain condemn themselves to hell? Why the hell is Satan a woman? Why the hell is Hell's Undertaker a gay dominatrix pedophile? All in all, this show is filthy, disgusting, and inexcusable, and the writer, the artist, the voice actors, the director, the producer, and anyone enjoys it deserves to be raped with a sword.
Ever since first man has walked this earth, I have been here to whisper seeds of doubt and evil thoughts into his ear. I am the beast, the outcast angel fallen from on high. I go by many names, but there is one you can't deny. My name is Satan. Hi, everybody. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My friends all call me Old Scratch, and I am a Capricorn. My turn-ons are romantic walks and killing the unborn. I've got little devil horns and a little goatee, little devil eyes, a little devil sea, and little cloven hooves make it kind of hard to ski. I'm Satan. I'm in every Zeppelin album. I'm in all Rush Limbaugh's rants. I'm the reason that the Boston Red Sox even had a chance. And if I want to hear soul, I'll just just throw it on the griddle. Don't need to make a deal, I don't need to tell a riddle. And fuck Charlie Daniels, I don't care if you can fiddle, I'm Satan. Fella went down to Georgia, he was looking for a soul to steal. It's fucking bullshit, because I would not be caught dead in Georgia. Okay, it's like, oh my god!